Hello there, it's Adam Franklin for our daily template video walkthrough. Now today's template is the SEO Planning template, and it's one of the many templates from the book Web Marketing That Works that Tobes and I wrote together. Okay, so the template today is the SEO Planning template, and let me just show you what it looks like. There we go. So if you want to download it, the link is on the screen there and in the comments, bluewiremedia.com.au/SEO. So there's no opt-in required to download that. So jump in there, download it, and follow along at home. All right, so let's take a look at how SEO works for a sec. If we go to the ubiquitous Google search box, we can obviously type anything we want in there and Google's going to help find us the best results. So say for example we go in and we type content ideas, and then we go ahead and click Google search. So what happens then? Well, as you know, Google searches all of the internet and it goes and looks for all the different websites with content on, in this case, content ideas, whatever that keyword phrase is. So you'll see it's giving us results for content ideas. And what always blows my mind is that how many results it actually finds. So in this case, there are 1 billion search results. And how it manages to find that in half a second still blows my mind. So what is actually happening here is Google's looking for content all over the internet based on whichever phrase has been typed in up here, and it then lists them out for you, ranked from first all the way down to 1,070,000,000th page, which I think is incredible. So what do we want to be considering here? Well, a couple of things. There's two main things that Google is looking for when it works out who to be ranking. So the first is the actual content on your page. So that's the first thing Google's looking for. So if your page is about dog washing and you want to rank for the term dog washing, it makes logical sense to include the words dog washing on your page. So the content needs to be relevant to the phrase you want to rank for. Now, that's in this case up here, there's 1 billion pages on the internet talking about content ideas. So the second thing Google needs to look at in order to actually work out how to rank these pages is to look at the authority of the site. So the pages with the highest authority on that particular topic are going to rank on the first page. Now the key thing that Google is looking at with the authority is backlinks. So at a very high level, our SEO efforts really need to focus on, firstly, having the right content on our site, and secondly, building up our authority. Because if we've got the page that has good content or the best content and the highest authority, we're going to hopefully rank on that first page. So at a high level, that's how it works. So let's dive into what happens once you actually type content ideas, or whichever keyword phrase you can do this for. But look what happens. We type in content ideas here, and what we're told by Google is that there's all these other suggestions that it's making. based on its data of what other people are searching for. So when we put on our SEO hat, we know that, okay, content ideas might be a particularly difficult keyword to rank for. After all, there's a billion results. So being in the top 10 is going to be pretty hard. But what Google is telling us is that there are these longer tail keyword phrases, and by longer tail, basically just a longer string of words that are related to content ideas. So it's giving us extra ideas of what we could include on our page. So that's one way to get ideas for keywords to be aiming to rank for. Now, at the bottom of a search, you will also find that Google gives us this box down the bottom that gives us searches related to, in this case, content ideas, or whichever keyword phrase it is that you've entered. So again, you can look here for additional ideas of what to include in your SEO keyword strategy. So that is the manual way to do it. That's Google's way of telling you what topics are being searched for on Google. Now, there's a couple of tools that help us actually. So first part, this is back to the template. What we'll see here, I just talk you through it on the template, but look at the Google autocomplete and all the different options it gives you here. Additionally, look down at this box down the bottom, searches related to. Okay, so that's the manual way of doing it. But luckily there are some useful free tools which can help us with this process to make it a bit more efficient. So there's tools like Ubersuggest, and these are all free, or at least freemium, so you can use the free version and only upgrade if you need to, but everything I show you here is off the free version. So with tools like Ubersuggest or Keyword Tool, or even Keywords Everywhere, or Moz Keyword Explorer, what you'll find is that these tools go through the process that I showed you before, but they spit out all the different types of content ideas that you might like to use. So you can see here, it's giving suggestions like what are content ideas, how to generate content ideas. Over here in Ubersuggest, it's suggesting content ideas for social media. Keywords Everywhere saying, content ideas tool, how to generate content ideas. And over here with Moz, content ideas generator, so content ideas for Instagram. So these are all different suggestions for keywords, and they're the 4 tools that I like to use right there on the screen. Now, that is the first step, thinking of content ideas, and then once we've decided which content ideas we're going to include on our page, then we need to do what's called on-page SEO. So this is the second part of the process, on-page SEO. Now this is where it's going to get slightly technical, so don't worry if it feels a little bit out of your depth. But from a technical point of view, we need to decide on that keyword phrase. So in this case, it's content ideas. Let's just go back there, make that a bit thinner. So that would be the target keyword phrase that we're looking for. So we then need to make sure that we include it in all these techie areas like the URL slug, so essentially the domain name suffix, the page title, the headers, which is also known as H2, H3, the meta description, and the image alt tags. So again, just labeling your images appropriately so Google knows what it's all about. Alright, so that's from a technical point of view, sort of behind the scenes in the metadata, if you like. Then what we need to consider is actually including those words on the web page content itself. So you'll see here on this particular example, I was trying to optimize for the word, the phrase content ideas. So I have included it here in the title, and you can see how I've used suggestions from those tools to include in the content. So it says here, generate content ideas, and down here, thinking of content ideas and content ideas. So I'm using those words on the page, and that's a key part of the on-page SEO. Finally, in terms of on-page SEO, as we zoom out of the template, there's a free WordPress plugin called Yoast SEO, which helps make sure that all of the signals that you're sending to Google are right and they're aligned to the target or the focus keyword that you're looking to rank for. So in this case, we're looking to rank for content ideas. So we tell Yoast SEO that. We go in and we check that the URL slug contains those words. We can look at this meta description area, and this is what shows up in a Google search. You can double check there. Okay, we've got the words content ideas all in there, okay. And Yoast SEO will actually give you a full SEO analysis of that particular page of your website, so you can actually go through and make sure that you've got all the appropriate things in place, like outbound links, internal links. You can see the whole list of them here. Now it gets a little bit technical, but the good thing is Yoast will tell you what you need to do, and you can go ahead and do that for your particular web page or blog article that we're talking about. So that is on-page SEO. That's the second part of this whole process. So that's making sure that the signals and the clues that we're giving to Google make sense. So it knows this particular page is about this particular topic. So that gets us a start at the race. Now we need to compete against all the other billion web pages out there on the internet to rank on that first page. So what do we need to think about here? We need to think about off-page SEO. Now, off-page SEO is anything that takes place on a website other than your own. So I said earlier that Google's looking for, firstly, content, and secondly, authority. So we've covered off the content part. We've done that already. What we're looking to do now is build up the authority of our site in Google's eyes. And the main way to do that is to focus on getting backlinks. So a backlink is another website out there on the internet that links to your web page. Now the reason this is so important is because, firstly, it's outside of your control, so you can't game the system. But it's a vote of, when somebody links to you, it's a vote of confidence that your website is useful enough to link to. So people aren't just going to link out willy-nilly. That's why in Google's algorithm, it's thinking, okay, if somebody's prepared to link to you, you must have something useful to say. You must be an authority. Therefore, the quality of backlinks that you have to your particular page makes a big difference in how well you rank for that keyword phrase. Assessing the quality of backlinks and all of that sort of stuff is a topic for another video, another template that I've got for you. But focusing on the backlinks is the key part of off-page SEO. And then to a much lesser extent, social media shares are another signal to Google as to how popular your web page is. But really, the key focus should be on obtaining backlinks to your page. Now, the two good ways to do that, firstly, is to look at other blogs and try to identify keyword opportunities where they may like to link to you, because your particular article is a useful place for people to end up for those readers. So their readers read the blog and then they can link to you because your content is useful, helpful, and valuable to that particular reader. The other way to build backlinks that's quite popular is to write guest articles for other blogs. Therefore, you write a useful article for somebody else, and in the author bio, you can actually normally include a link to your blog or to a particular post of your blog. So at a very high level, Google is looking for content, it's looking for authority, and those two things put together mean that you have a much higher chance of ranking on Google. Now there's more SEO related templates and videos which we'll cover at a later date, but that is the SEO planning template. And if any of that appealed and you want to consider potentially working with me as a marketing coach, take a look at the screen there. We can book in a call to have a chat, but perhaps you are my next coaching client. Either way, I hope that you found this video useful, and I look forward to seeing you for the next installment of my video walkthroughs of my marketing templates from the book Web Marketing That Works. Have a great day.